Hi, welcome back to our channel. I'm Shannon Carter, a real estate agent and investor.
I'm Jackie Hurtis, and I'm a residential mortgage lender.
And I'm Sasha Qualkenbush, a real estate attorney.
And we're
The
Property Queens. Today we're going to be breaking down the whole mortgage process. So we're going to have Jackie take it away.
Perfect. So I think people are always people wonder why the mortgage process takes as long as it does. They don't really see everything that's going on in the background to get somebody from contract to close. So we've gone over in previous videos the whole pre-approval process, so that kind of gets everything started. But once you're actually under contract, the first thing that happens is that your agent is going to send over the contract to the lender, and we send out what are called disclosures. So that's going to have your loan estimate in there. It's going to tell you what your estimated cash to close is going to be and what your estimated monthly payment is going to be. Once you sign that and get all those disclosures back to your lender, they submit your file to processing. The processor is the person right before underwriting. They get everything ordered for us, so they get the appraisal ordered, they get title ordered from your title company, we get verifications of employment ordered, all that kind of stuff. And then once they've done all that, they submit your file to underwriting, and underwriting is really the decision maker in the whole process. They scrub the file, they compare what's in your file to what the guidelines require us to have. So it's very common, 99% of the time, once it goes to underwriting and it comes back out, to have what's called conditional approval. At that point, your processor is going to reach back out to you and let you know what conditions we need from you, the borrower, to submit back to underwriting for that clear to close. Typical things, when people send in we need bank statements. People send just the front page, but we need all pages. So if it says page 1 of 8, we need all 8 pages. If there are large deposits going into your bank statements, the underwriter, like we went over in a previous video, literally goes through every deposit in your bank account. And if there is anything that we need to source and show where the funds are coming from, we're going to ask about that. So people get frustrated with the process because it is so much documentation, but I really think you need to keep in mind that your entire story has to be told through these documents. You can't pick up the phone and talk to the underwriter, and once we sell that loan, that investor has to have your full story in just those documents. So it is very document heavy. We're going to come back to you once or twice during the process asking for additional documents, and you might give us something that's going to raise more red flags. So just be aware of that. They use the analogy that it's like a flight. We're going to get you to your final destination, but there might be some turbulence. That's the best way to describe the loan process. We're going to get you that closing date on time, but there might be some bumps along the road where we come back and ask for documentation, things like that. So just be aware of that. I don't know.
And expect it.
Yes, it's not a fun process, but I promise we're not asking you for these documents for the fun of it. These are we have to follow the guidelines. It's very black and white what we need from a borrower in each situation.
So what's generally the timeline on when you get the contract and when you can actually make it to the closing table?
Well, typically when you write a contract, what do you normally do, like 30 days?
Yeah, it depends on the situation, if it's cash or not. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if we're doing
we don't like cash. We don't like cash.
Stupid response. Anyways.
No, that's fair.
I know. But if it is a normal loan process, then yeah, 30, 21 days, something like that, depending on the situation. Like I've had buyers who took a while. We got their house under contract that they're currently living in. And so they had a crunch because they're like, okay, we need to get a house under contract and we need to close on the same day. So I've had it where it's like 21 days.
Okay. So if you're working with a big bank, don't. They can take 30 to 45 days. Most mortgage companies now have gotten good at getting the process done in less than 30. Our standard is 21 days. I've done it as quickly as 8 days. Really depends on the borrower. How responsive are you? If I ask you for documents and you're getting them back to me in a couple hours, I can move your file along much faster than if you take 3 days to get me something back and I can't close without that, you're just prolonging the process yourself. But standard for Interlink, 21 days or less, typical.
So how quickly have you closed
I've done one in 8 days. The biggest struggle with doing one quickly is getting title back from the title company and getting the appraisal back within that 8-day period. So it kind of depends on where the property is located and who your lender is, how good their appraisal panel is. But I've done them as quickly as 8 days. The lengthiest portion of the lending process really probably is getting the appraisal back.
All right, thanks for stopping by our channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and also share with all your friends. And see you next Tuesday.
Bye.